Welcome to DLR Library Storytime. I'm Shelby and I will be reading Rapunzel, a fairy tale classic by Stephanie Stansby and illustrated by Loretta Shower. This is with thanks from Little Tiger Publishing. Rapunzel. Bessie and Bert Greensmith loved each other very much, but something was missing, and that something was a child. "Why'd so glum, precious one?" Bert asked one day. "I love you, Bert," Bessie said, "but I'd really like a baby." Bert thought for a while. "Our neighbor's garden is packed with delicious vegetables. Maybe they'd help us have a child. You know what they say, eat your greens, they'll make you great, so pile some veg on every plate." "Don't go next door," Bessie pleaded. "That woman's a bit of a witch." But Bert wanted a child as much as his wife, so one moonlit night he picked a pepper, lobbed a lettuce, and bagged some beetroot. And guess what? The following year, Bessie and Bert had a bouncing baby girl. "I'll love you forever, Rapunzel, I swear, my beautiful baby with rosy gold hair. I told you greens were good for you." But that night something terrible happened. The witch from next door snuck into the house and took the baby away. "Steal from me and I'll steal from you," she cackled, as witches do. Then she built a dingy, doorless tower deep in the darkest wood and hid Rapunzel inside. Rapunzel was lonely, of course, but she also grew up to be very inventive. She had to, locked in a tower all day. She built herself a model railway, a unicycle, even a telescope, and made hundreds of songs. When the witch came to the tower, she stood up in the bottom and yelled, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." Rapunzel's rosy gold hair had grown so long, all the witch had to do was clamber up. It was very uncomfortable, but Rapunzel was used to it. "When can I go out and explore?" she asked every single day. But the witch always had the same answer. "The world is full of rascals and robbers. They'll steal the hair off your head." One day, a prince was hunting in the woods when he heard Rapunzel's voice. "What an incredible singer," he thought, gazing up at the tower. "But how do I get up there?" Just then he heard the witches shuffling along. He dived into a bush. When the witch started scaling Rapunzel's lustrous locks, the prince was flabbergasted. "Now I've seen everything," he thought. Once the witch had left, the prince called up, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." "Who are you?" Rapunzel yelped when she saw the prince at her window. "I'm Freddie," said the prince. "Can I come in?" "Depends on if you're going to steal something," Rapunzel said. "I'm a black belt in karate, you know, self-taught." But Rapunzel decided to show him all the things she made. They talked and talked. Freddie was funny, and he knew so much stuff. "We could use someone like you at the palace." But then the witch came back. Freddie held out his hand to the old lady. "I'd like to take Rapunzel to the palace," he said. The witch's face was dangerous and dark. "Steal from me and I'll steal from you," she hissed. Then she hurled him out of the tower. "You'll never leave this place," the witch snarled. "You're mine," and she jumped out of the window, yanking hard at Rapunzel's locks. "Harump, nobody owns me," thought Rapunzel, and then she cut off her rosy gold hair, tied it to the window, and sailed down. When Rapunzel found Freddie, he was battered and blind. "I'm so sorry," she sniffed, wiping her eyes. "It's not your fault," Freddie smiled. "Please don't cry." But Rapunzel's tears were like magic. Freddie blinked. He could see again. Cool hairdo. Back at the palace, Freddie made Rapunzel his chief inventor, and they became firm friends. Rapunzel built all sorts of cool things for the kingdom, even a harvesting machine. Then she offered free vegetables to everyone in the land, and guess what? She gave the witch a job giving out the greens. We hope you enjoyed the story time today for Summer Stars. Make sure to check back next week for a weekly story time.